Siemanko ludzkie, z tej strony witam was serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z gameplayem Trailerem i zaczynamy od panowie i panie Witcher 4 Unreal Engine 5.6 Tech Demo. No, zobaczmy, 17 minut, więc prawdopodobnie będziemy skakać, ale no, zobaczmy.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovier, and you'll get to explore it in a game.
Nieźle nawet to wygląda jak na zwykłej plejce ten książce.
She is heading back to a nearby village.
Może ta optymalizacja będzie w końcu dobrze zrobiona.
Alright everyone, meet Kelpie.
Kelpie? Płotka?
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded.
O,
And there are also some really nice improvements to our
tylko ten płaszcz taki sztywny nadal, nie?
solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
Ale to już są takie mega mocne detale, widzę.
Let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovier with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life.
Jeśli to faktycznie będzie działać bardzo dobrze na konsolach, na dobrych PC-tach, Pierwsze pytanie, czy tu mają w performance mode, czy jeszcze jakimś jakościowym? To jest ciekawe, nie? Wygląda jak quality, nie? Bo to naprawdę nieźle wygląda, nie?
Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food. I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Not her again.
Not even at the land Exeter Fair! Now, 9 gazes while I present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wait, and the bear's weight grants good fortune. For this meat, generosity.
Szkoda, że nie ma w lepszej jakości tego.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you. Sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together.
Okej. Spoko, to akurat spoko jest mechanika. Że nawet takie popychanie, bo coś nie w stylu to ten... Reakcje łańcuchowe.
Poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it? Ready to aim.
Jingling the purse.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Witcheress. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. No. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men, quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton, not here.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
O, czyli nagle jak tutaj gdzieś daleko stoimy, to oni tutaj dokonują interakcji, spoko.
Seen something more. Got mackerel cod, all Brexit's finest.
And there is tons of tech at play here, even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in
Jak
quality
te ryby takie właśnie sztuczne, nie?
is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
No, niektóre faktycznie elementy są takie sztuczne strasznie, nie? Takie nienaturalne, nie?
Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework.
Jeśli to naprawdę, jeśli to chodzi w 60 klatkach na trybie jakościowym, to wow, nie?
Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Ale ciary, holy shit. Manticora.
Onward, Kelby. We've worked to do.
Ładnie, ładnie bym powiedział.
Thanks, guys. Seriously, it looks amazing. And we've also barely scratched the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So here's Julien to tell you even more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Spoko.
To be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release. An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release, which was performance. We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds.
No właśnie, bo performance był największym problemem Unreal Engine do tej pory, nie?
We want to deliver iframe
Więc
rates that you and your players
może
expect. So let's check it out, starting with rendering. If you all remember, when we released Nanite with UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage. The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one is to use 3D geometry for all parts of the trees, just like we do for everything else. However, this is a crazy amount of fine geometry. So we had to rethink how trees are created and displayed. To create them, we developed Nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all that we use to build all the spruces from the forest. They are instance thousands.
A tu chyba teraz mówią tylko i wyłącznie o tych
into our new Unreal Animation framework.
Animacje. Co tu pokazuję?
Lot of areas for performance in 5.6. And mobile is no exception. We work on better So enjoy the tech talks and session we have for you guys and come chat with us. And now, please welcome Chris
Jestem
from
ciekaw
the Human Team. Thank you.
właśnie całej reszty, nie? Jak to faktycznie będzie wyglądać, nie?
I spent a lot
Przy tym
of time
5.6
with the demo, so I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the
bo zapowiada się naprawdę ciekawie.
An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release,
No to jest
which was
kolejny.
performance. We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds. We want to preserve graphics quality. And of course, we want to deliver iframe rates that you and your players expect.
O, tutaj one nie tak samo gadają.
Starting with rendering.
To pokazywał już moim zdaniem, no właśnie, nie? Możemy przyspieszyć, dobra, next. Metahuman.
Metahumans may only be a few years old, but we are seeing them everywhere, powering everything from games and AI agents to film, television, cultural heritage, and more. What you've seen so far is just the beginning. The creativity and innovation coming from the community continues to inspire us. It reminds us why we build these tools in the first place, to make it easier for everyone to tell stories that matter. Now we're entering the next chapter, expanding how you create and animate metahumans with flexible workflows that help you move faster and work smarter. To walk us through some of the biggest features in this release, please welcome filmmaker and virtual production pioneer, Matt Workman.
Thanks, Chris. For those that don't know me, I'm a cinematographer and Unreal Engine developer. I worked on Epic's first in-camera VFX demo, the one with the motorcycle surrounded by LED walls. It was pretty cool. I'm also the creator of CineTracer, a previous tool used by filmmakers worldwide. I've been using metahumans in my work since the alpha, and recently I've gotten some hands-on time with some of the new features coming in Unreal Engine 5.6. Metahuman Creator is a fast and intuitive web-based application used for creating digital characters. And now, with the 5.6 release, all of that power is available directly in the editor. That's right, Metahuman Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine. I think it's pretty cool, too. You can create and work with metahumans directly in your project, keeping everything connected and in context. And with the new character assemblies, metahumans are built locally, making it even easier to integrate them directly into your pipeline.
Metahuman Creator is one of Unreal's first cloud-enhanced tools. It means you work locally, but for heavy lifting, tasks like generating high-quality textures or building our complex face and body rigs, we leverage MetaHuman Cloud services, which deliver high-fidelity results without ever leaving the editor. And in 5.6, local assembly reduces the average MetaHuman export time from 15 to 20 minutes down to 2 or 3. The team tackled all this while dramatically expanding the core representation model and significantly improving visual fidelity. Basically, you can make even more diverse characters, they all look better, it's frickin' fast, and it is in Unreal Editor on your local machine.
And while those are all major improvements, we're just starting to scratch the surface here. MetaHumans have always had amazing facial customization, and now Epic is bringing that same level of control and realism to the entire body. In Unity 5.6, MetaHumans get a major upgrade with the new parametric body
Będziemy mogli siebie zrobić.
letting you blend between different presets or fine-tune proportions using real-world measurements like height, inseam, shoulder width, and even muscle mass. And here's the best part. As the body changes, so does the clothing. The new Unreal Outfit asset automatically adapts garments to the character's body, all in real time, no matter the proportions. As someone who's built these kind of assets before, I can tell you this used to mean manually creating and managing every body variation. The new system does give you the flexibility to create different sizes, and if you do, it will pick the closest match and fit that to the character for you. It makes building a wide array of production-ready characters faster and a whole lot more scalable.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what people do with the new outfit system. And that actually brings us to our next announcement. Starting today, MetaHumans and their accessories are available on Fab, Epic's one-stop shop for digital assets. This is the new MetaHuman channel on Fab, and there's already some great artists and studios sharing and selling content there. I'm going to shift gears for a minute. Matt, do you remember when we unveiled MetaHuman Animator a couple years ago?
Of course. I consider myself MetaHuman's #1 fan, and I'm also guilty for being eternally online. So, of course, I saw that demo, and of course, absolutely loved it.
Some of my industry friends, they thought it was sorcery. We went from capture to final results in a couple minutes, and it made high-quality facial animation accessible to everyone. Well, today, we are taking it to the next level with a focus on real-time animation.
O, real
Scout the
time. O
galaxy
kurde.
to find the best talent to demo these tools, and I think Matt has found just the right.
No to jaką maszynę trzeba mieć, żeby to było ten w czasie rzeczywistym, nie?
I cooked here. This guy is a true professional, tons of experience, and he's even going to be joining us via live telecast from space, outer space. Let's go ahead and connect. Hey, Blue!
Dude, Matt! This is amazing! I'm making nachos in my nuclear-powered air fryer. Anyway, I was about to munch on this before the keynote. What's up?
What's up is that this is the keynote. We're live streaming to Unreal Fest right now. Dude, you're live.
Oh yeah, look at that. You people in your time zones. Hey, Chatterbox, can you turn it down? Like way, way down. I'm about to do a keynote. Yo, so what's up, Unreal friends? So get this, for the first time ever, you're seeing me live in real time. This isn't pre-recorded, it's not baked. You're seeing everything as it's happening. Woo! And it's all thanks to MetaHuman Animator. Just check out my alter ego, Corey. He's down there on stage with you guys, and as you can see, our movements are mirrored within milliseconds. Even the smallest expressions are beautifully articulated. Yeah. And look, he's not even wearing a helmet or a suit. I'm telling you, the possibilities are getting crazy. Now I can live chat with fans, take my stand-up act on the road, perform Macbeth. Okay, maybe not Macbeth. But the real truth is, the power of live performance is in all the happy accidents. Honestly, most of my best stuff happens when things
VTubing się rozwinie bardziej jeszcze.
Nuclear core instability detected.
Case in point, trusting my beautiful nachos to a DIY nuclear-powered air fryer.
Hey, Corey, come on out here.
Nie, nieźle to wyglądało, naprawdę nieźle. Dobra, możemy lecieć dalej.
Hey everyone! Get ready to build bigger and create faster. Unreal Engine 5.6 is here.
To już też wiedzieliśmy, no to jakieś takie wycinki są, dobra. Don't you lie to me.
It's true. Because they tell me so. One of us stands. Our fight is not over.
Oh. Mafia, the old country.
Not just today. What's happening?
Please welcome Ken Kim, CEO of Netmarble Monster, to the stage.
O, co to jest? Mongli Star Dive Unreal Engine Showcase? Tutaj pokazują ciekawego. O.
Hello everyone, excited to be here today. I'd like to first thank Epic Games for this opportunity. It's a great honor to introduce our latest project here at Unreal Fest. Let me introduce Mongil Star Dive. Mongil Star Dive is the successor to Monster Taming, a game we first launched back in 2013. Known as Mongil in Korea, the game was a huge success, surpassing 10 million downloads just in Korea. With this new title, we aim to expand the world of Mongil by creating a vibrant living world filled with countless characters and monsters. To achieve this, we chose Unreal Engine 5, which allowed us to capture even the most subtle emotional expressions of the characters, making the world of Stardive truly come alive. This was the best choice for delivering a seamless cross-platform experience across PC, console, and mobile. One of our key goals is to provide players a whole new gameplay experience by giving each and every character a deep narrative and its own unique control system. That means every time you change characters, it'll feel like you're playing a different game. And this transforms Stardive from a simple action game into a truly immersive adventure. Moreover, the monsters in Stardive are not just enemies. They can be tamed, nurtured, and become your companions along the journey. Depending on their traits, they can also be used to craft weapons or used as ingredients to cook, adding a deeper layer of strategy and connection to the game. Each monster is a living, growing creature, transforming the conventional concept of monster collecting into a meaningful, dynamic relationship. The Epic Games Store, with its global reach and strong community, is the ideal platform to connect with players around the world. And we are happy to announce that Mongil Stardive will be exclusively on the Epic Games Store for PC. Now, I'm excited to show you a brand new trailer from the game.
Oh? Netmarble, okay.
There are so many incredible games that we could highlight today.
Pięknie. Clair
Last year,
Obscure.
we celebrated Black Myth Wukong from Game Science, which has now grossed over $1 billion since launch. This year, we're celebrating another example of a small team that's taking the world by storm. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is an absolute masterpiece from Sandfall Interactive. And in an eerie case of numerical serendipity, Expedition 33 sold over 3.3 million units in its first 33 days. It started with an epic mega grant, and it's now a serious contender for Game of the Year. Let's hear from Sandfall's co-founder, Tom Guillermin.
Bonjour and Hellfest, I am Tom Guillermin, co-founder and technical director at Sandfall Interactive, the studio behind Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's an honor to be able to share a few words with you today. When we began the development of Expedition 33 back in 2020, Unreal was starting to open up new possibilities for a smaller team like ours to create games in realistic 3D, with mega scans and later the release of Unreal 5 that came with Lumen, Nanite, and MetaHuman, which all transformed how we create 3D scenes and characters. As a small team, we always did our best to play to the engine's strengths, religiously getting every update to try out the new features and optimizations from Epic. This allowed us to keep our development focused on the element that would have the most impact on the game we were making. The visual identity of our world, the story and the characters, and of course the gameplay with this blend of turn-based strategy and real-time action. The Unreal Engine has been the key element empowering our small team to create our dream game, and I would like to thank all the people that contributed to the engine, both Epic for the amazing software they have created, but also the community for all the plugins, tutorials, assets, and resources that you can find online to get started. It is this whole ecosystem that allowed the project to grow organically, from my friend Guillaume booting up the Unreal Engine for the first time in 2019, creating a small project named Sandfall, to 6 years later, the release of Expedition 33 with that very same new project file. Even though we are a small studio, we never felt alone during this adventure, as we felt we always had the back of both Epic and the community, and we are extremely grateful for that. We really hope we will keep seeing more and more amazing games and experiences made with Unreal in the upcoming years. And on the behalf of everybody at Sandfall, we wish you a great Unreal Fest, and we're looking forward to meeting you all in the future. Tomorrow comes. Demain viendra. Cheers.
Thanks, Tom. And congrats to you and the team.
Thank you.
We're so happy for you guys.
Star Wars. Portonito.
Thanks, Sax. For more than a decade, Disney has been leveraging Unreal across film, television, theme parks, and games. And that momentum is only accelerating. As we announced last year, we've partnered with Epic to build a transformational entertainment universe that will bring all of Disney together. And Unreal will be foundational for delivering on that shared ambition. Let's take a look at some of the amazing experiences Epic and Disney have built together over the years.
Pinky. Galactic Battle.
Just a few weeks ago, we launched Galactic Battle, our most ambitious Star Wars Battle Royale collaboration in Fortnite to date. As part of this season, we partnered with Epic and Team Beyond, who are here with us today, to debut the Star Wars Watch Party Island. For the first time ever, we brought a Disney Plus series into Fortnite. Players got early access to the first 2 episodes of Star Wars Tales of the Underworld before they debuted on Disney Plus. The environment went far beyond a typical linear viewing experience. Fans battled waves of stormtroopers, explored iconic Star Wars locations, and unlocked exclusive in-game rewards. We are excited about the possibilities that social experiences like these represent for the future of linear content consumption. It was a first
Właśnie, bo Fortnite też jest na Unreal Engine, więc...
More than 5 million players visited the island, spending more than 1.7 hours watching together. But that's not the only surprise we launched together recently. We also partnered with Epic to bring the first ever AI character into Fortnite.
Oh!
A historic moment for video games, and we did it with one of the most iconic characters in film, Darth Vader. For the first time, players
który z florami rzucał.
conversations with Vader, powered by conversational AI. This experimental feature offers a glimpse into the future, showing how Disney and Epic are responsibly embracing emerging technologies to expand the boundaries of storytelling and reimagine what's possible in gameplay. Innovation has always been at the core of Disney's DNA, and this moment with Vader is another example of how we're continuing to build on that legacy in new and exciting ways. Let's take a look.
Darth, what do I do if I have 1 health?
Perhaps you should have considered that before running around with a pink flamingo head.
Can you hide in the bush?
Hiding in foliage, a tactic for the less powerful.
He's
roasted.
Oh my god, yeah, he's insanely aggressive. It's a great distraction.
Darth Vader actually putting in work. Look at that. Boss versus boss battle.
Get him, Darth Vader! Get him! Yeah!
What do you think of that guy, Cypher PK?
Cypher PK. I do not concern myself with minor streamer's apprentice.
Why is he roasting me?
You're funny, bro. You're funny. You're a funny guy.
Your persistence is growing tiresome, imposter.
Oh my god!
I will not tolerate this disrespect much longer.
Did he just do that to me? There's 1 player left. We need to take him out.
Indeed. Let us ensure this final engagement is decisive. The match is ours. Another triumph for the Empire.
LOL.
Now, as we look ahead to the next chapter of our relationship with Epic, we're inspired by the movement Sax just spoke about, one that puts creators at the center. As part of our shared vision to build that transformative entertainment universe, bringing the creator community into this universe has been a foundational part of our plan from the beginning. We want to empower our fans to build their own experiences with the characters and stories they love. Storytelling is at the center of everything we do at Disney, and we believe there are incredible storytellers outside our own walls. That's why I'm excited to announce today that we will be bringing Star Wars to UEFN. Giving all of you the tools to tell your own Star Wars story. We're actively working on this and look forward to sharing more. This marks an important step on our journey to transform entertainment, and the creator community will play a huge role in helping us realize that vision. Thank you, everyone, and
Nice.
back over to you, Sax.
Naprawdę sporo fajnych, ciekawych tak jest. Never's End. No, ale to jak kiedyś mówiłem, przyszłość należy do Unreal Engine'a. Nie oszukujmy się, żaden inny silnik aż takich rzeczy nie oferuje, aczkolwiek wiadomo, są też inne dobre silniki też, nie? Chociażby Kingdom Come Deliverance przecież nie używało Unreal Engine'a, zrobiło swój własny i też było całkiem nieźle, nie? Patrząc pod kątem samej optymalizacji, no to ten silnik wypadał 10 razy lepiej niż Unreal Engine, nie? A jakościowo też nie odskakiwał mocno, nie? Ale no. Mówię, jak Unreal Engine poprawi się pod tym kątem, to silnik nie do zdarcia. Inne będą się ukrywać tylko. The last caretaker. Be crowned.
I can think of that vacation, the run-in at the motel, that one argument. It was always the same. It's been just an awful journey to get both of us here, hasn't it? Where are you, my love? Where are you, my love? You're going to ruin us both. For what?
My love, where you are?
But you'll come back.
Where the hell are you hiding?
My love.
You always do.
Okay. Okay. Ascend to 0. Oh. Ajaja. Excela zapomniałem sobie. Dajcie sekundę. O, no to spoko. Splitgate 2. Nie mam. Żony. Te ręce takie trochę plastikowe, bym powiedział. Get up! Get up and fight! Flickshot Rogues. death. Neo Inferno. Absolum.
Scraps and waste. We felt so poor and useless.
Okay. Elusive.
The elusives are tiny creatures that live in our homes, hiding from us and borrowing whatever they need. To the elusives, humans are giants, slow and clumsy beings, but also dangerous threats that must be avoided. The raiders are the most daring elusives, always seeking adventure and treasure. They're quick and stealthy, using guard cloaks to keep them hidden and invisible to the eyes of humans and predators. Elusive is an adventure and exploration game with Metroidvania elements. The protagonist, Zoe, is a brave raider seeking adventure in the giant world of humans.
To jest ta gierka.
Along your journey, you will meet other adventurous characters and merchants with
To
whom
nie
you
jest
can
kurde jakieś
build
kołopowe?
friendships. In Elusive, you'll explore every nook and cranny of an old haunted house, uncovering pathways and tunnels within the walls that will lead you to hidden treasures. Elusive combines exploration with resource and treasure gathering, crafting, and quests in a giant house interconnected by tunnels. Let's raid together.
Let's rage together, tak jest. Regions of Ruin, Runegate. No ten goblin to nie miał szans. 50G. Explore, load, upgrade, kill. Veda, the awakening of souls.
The surface is no longer safe for humans. Mutated creatures and viruses force us to live in underground bunkers. Veda is training combat personnel like you to overcome and reclaim the surface. Through the simulation, you can safely learn all the skills needed for actual combat. Hello, I'm John Ju, the developer of Veda. Through this video, I would like to introduce Veda, a Souls-like training game. Veda provides a perfect simulation that can substitute for dangerous real-world environments. Through this simulation, you can systematically learn all the Souls-like combat techniques, dodging, parrying, and fatal attacks. Block enemy attacks with shields, break their stance with perfect timed parries, dodge attacks with quick rolls, and don't miss the opportunity to deliver critical hits. You can create your own combat style by combining various weapons, shields, and gear. Each piece of equipment has unique characteristics.
Pytacie z wymagania, nie można dual wieldingu?
Strategic choices crucial for victory.
Jak ten ziomek?
Basic straight swords to heavy axes, from small buckler shields to massive tower shields. Every choice determines your combat style. After completing your training, you can challenge yourself in a more difficult roguelike mode. This extreme training begins to prepare you for real combat against mutated creatures. Being a simulation, there's no need to fear failure. You can experience new challenges and growth with each attempt. Failure will become another opportunity for learning. When you complete the simulation, you can challenge all the enemies you defeated with your own combat skills, but a single mistake means starting over from the beginning. Furthermore, hidden areas and special challenges await you. If you can overcome the hacker's interference, special rewards will be given. Soon, you will be able to experience your first simulation. The Steam demo is expected to be released in August, with an official release planned for 2026. Veda will perfectly support your training. The future of humanity rests in your hands. Do not forget to wishlist.
Trochę bym powiedział sensowe, nie? Tylko pytanie, czy to jest tylko i wyłącznie takie napierdzielenie się z bossami, czy tu jest coś trochę więcej, nie? To mnie ciekawi. Dead by Daylight, Witcher Collection? Serio? Do horroru dali Witchera?
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Ale kiczowaty model dali Siri. Inne też taka dziwna, nie?
Guess I'll have a look.
Gardy jedynie taka... Prawie, że autentyk. Jezus Maria. Dobra, jednak nie, bo to są pewnie te same modele, tylko nałożona ta... Okej. Nektarmancer. Dawaj tego nektarka.
Hi, I'm Zach, one half of the beauty cult, and we're making Nectarmancer, a highly acrobatic gardenvania where you work for the throne. The throne is a mysterious entity that's dominated the world for centuries, exploiting the land and people for one thing: nectar.
Yes, nectar.
Money, energy, fuel, power. And the throne wants every last drop
of your
but as the
nectar.
world's reserves run dry and the forest itself begins fighting back, the throne has become desperate. So it's employed you, an expert in both sword and soil, to bring nectar to the throne no matter what stands in your way. But melee alone won't be enough. A nectarmancer can alter the very nature of their plants, using them as ammo or ammo factories, providing you with an extremely flexible loadout of projectile and soil-based support. Stay in good graces with the throne, and you might just survive in the beauty cult's nectarmancer.
Nectarmancer. Light Odyssey. Do, 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 do. The Light Odyssey. Available now on the wishlist. Pathologic 3. Albo Pathologic 3.
I have to save them all.
Pathologia.
Even when the city resists, with everything it has. Sometimes it feels like everything is in my hands. Even time. If my patient dies today, I saved them yesterday. At first, it seems to be working. But I can't save everyone with my own hands. The city is dying from others' mistakes. And I try to fix them. I take control.
Naprawić, zabijając ich. Tak jest.
And the city stops resisting.
Yes, stop resisting. Compel.
Becomes possible. A vaccine. The immortal man. Order. The Inquisitor and the army. Impossible structure. The plague made flesh. This can't just be a dream.
So, effectively, you became the head of an emergency task force, using any means to fight the plague. Tell me, Dankovsky, before and after, were you always aware of the consequences of your actions?
The consequences. Pięknie, pięknie. Silly Pully Beast. O. Sokubik, kurde. To nie mało Skate'a widzę. Suli puli. Tak jest. Ale o ludziska. Dobrniliśmy do końca dzisiejszego odcinka, także ja dziękuję serdecznie za oglądanie i widzimy się już niedługo w kolejnym. Trzymajcie się. Okay.